In Freehold, what's up, John?
Hey, Mike. I was listening to what you were saying about the ratings
Yes.
and everything. But what do you think about the quality of the product? I really think the quality of the NFL product this season is not what it's been in the past. You've lost a lot of big-time superstars that people followed, a la Tony Romo.
Well, you've had some
Bonds
guys.
is out.
Yeah, you always got guys retiring. You got guys hurt this year. You got Luck hurt. You got Rodgers hurt. So you've lost some big quarterbacks.
Bad season by the Giants.
Yeah, it's always a factor.
Franchise.
But more than anything else, I think right now there's a couple of reasons. The two biggest reasons to me that are affecting the NFL right now are, number one, it's going through a culture change. The way people watch TV is changing. That's number one. Last night is a perfect example. What did you see them promoting last night in the World Series? YouTube TV. I mean, that's TV now for the younger people. YouTube, Hulu.
What about people who view the games on devices?
Bingo.
That still go into the ratings?
It does, but again, it impacts it in that they're looking at the game a little differently. They're judging it differently. They're spending a different amount of times on it. So, John, that's all part of it. The other part of it is the social issue right now with the NFL. It's a bigger one than we thought. It's impacted them more this year. You can tell by the NFL's mail. You can tell by the mail to the teams. I can tell by the number of letters I get that are CC'd to me that go to the Giants. I mean, I got a stack of them from fans. And I've met people this year stop me on the street at a wedding, at a function. Hey, I don't watch the NFL anymore. I don't watch the NFL anymore. I might watch my Giants. I don't watch anybody else. I don't watch the NFL anymore. I've heard that 40, 50 times this year. That's a lot. Peter in Monmouth Beach. What's up, Peter?
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Good. What's up?
I just want to say this very quickly before I get to the Gator question. I've been listening to you for 30 years, which is half my life, and the two most memorable things I have was the time you spoke to my dad, who, for the last 10 years of his life, he was hooked into you. He'd be like, it's 12:45, it's 12:50, it's, whatever.
That's nice. Thank you.
It's getting to be 1 o'clock. Where's Mike? And I actually put him on the air one day with you, and he spoke about the old Brooklyn Dodgers and the Giants and the Yankees rivalry way back in the 40s and 50s, and how he flew B-17s during World War II.
Wow.
That's just something I will never, ever, ever forget. And I thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Okay, now my Gator question.
Go ahead.
And I promise you, this will be the last one.
Go ahead.
Unless they hire a coach before December 15th.
Right. You're talking about the fact that the Gators, off their terrible loss to Georgia, have told the coach to take a hike, which they have.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He's gone.
Yeah, and they had high hopes for him. They really thought he was going to be the guy. They waited for him. They wanted him back. They brought him back. I mean, they thought he was going to be the guy. So you're going to ask me the first Chip Kelly question? Is that what you want to know?
No.
Oh, that's the rumor,
Yeah, well, I know, but the other one is Scott Frost.
Well, yeah, Chip Kelly is the hot one right now, but he's always going to be the hot guy. Now, that job might interest Chip Kelly because you can basically stop your car anywhere you want in that state and be within 30 Division I players. So, I mean, there are 300 Division I players in the state of Florida. I mean, some states might have 10. There's 300 in the state of Florida. So that's a reason why you're going to win if you go to Florida. I mean, that's just it. If you can coach, you're going to win in Florida. And
it's so funny because 3 years ago when they hired him, I asked you what type of time leash he had, and you hit it on the head. You said 3 years.
And not only that, right now, it's a different time. Florida State's down, which actually bought him a little extra time. Florida State's down, and Miami's just starting to come out of their problems. So right now, the big three, who have so much dominated college football, if you go back the last 30 years, they're not in great position right now. I mean, Florida State, Miami, none of them are great.
No.
And that's very rare for a state that has so many players in it.
And the crazy story down in Gainesville was that twice the head ball coach called McElwain to try to offer some advice.
Right.
And McElwain turned him down.
Talking about Spurrier, of course. Well, Spurrier's
yeah.
a little different, though. He could be a little tough to take, Pete. You know that. He can be, he's a little tough to take. But, hey, he might have done that. Spurrier loves Florida, as we know. You're going to hear a lot of Chip Kelly stuff. Chip Kelly is going to be mentioned for every prominent job. That's a very prominent job, Florida. They're going to get a big coach. No question. And they'll be back. This hasn't worked. Big year. BC beat Florida State this